The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Okay, line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Willis.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. 60 Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Okay, great.
And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
1st and 10, Willis.
He finds his target, Allen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second down and goal.
Willis gets the dump off to Pierce.
Touchdown!
Dameon Pierce
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
12, stop.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
The Bengals at 0-9 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that has not shown much consistency during this losing streak because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I'll have a PhD in psychology, but the body language, it's awful.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
11, MT, take.
From midfield now, Burrow. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw, Willis.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
19 tight. 18 tight in. Warriors 17.
3rd down, it's Willis. loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Gun.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Willis. That's underneath to Pierce.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And some room to roam now.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Willis, throw right side, taken in by Collins.
Here we go.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Willis.
Allen's got it complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Fix the Eagles.
To throw, here's Willis.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Burrow looking to pass. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Willis.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Now Willis on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. 42 yards.
And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Come on.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Willis looks to pass it here.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Gun.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Play action. It's Burrow. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here we go, here
Following
we go.
the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Burrow picked off by a guy he won a title with at LSU, Derek Stingley. The 30, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line.
11 MC paint. 11 MC paint.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On one, ready?
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Mixon is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
12.
Second down and goal. Burrow. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter, you're going. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Ready, set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. From the 27, Willis. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
60 Bison.
Going for it with Pierce. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now Willis on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Meanwhile, Willis' throw there complete to Allen. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Pierce will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down, Willis. He sets to fire deep. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
18 rattle.
Now Willis to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
19 tight.
Now Willis on 3rd down. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Gun. Stop.
Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Burrow picked off by a guy he won a title with at LSU, Derek Stingley. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Warriors 17, pat the 60.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Ready up. 79 Broncos.
Now Willis. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce there to make the grab. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They go play action with Burrow. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Here we go.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on,